Kerry Carpenter joins us on the Stoney and Jansen program. You were drafted in the 19th round out of Virginia Tech. Would it be a stretch to say, are you surprised you are where you are right now?
I don't know if I would use the word surprised, but because I always knew that I had more talent than the 19th round, but I just didn't play too well at Virginia Tech. I had always hit well, and then when I went to Virginia Tech, I went through a huge slump and didn't hit well. So I figured I wasn't going to get picked very high. So I knew that I just had to figure it out in the minor leagues. Whether I did that or not was the question. But maybe sometimes all the success in the big leagues surprises me because I never want to be expectant of baseball success because it can go away in an instant. I haven't had my best the last couple weeks after a great August. So it comes and goes. And so I never just expect to be perfect every single day, or when I got to pro ball, I just didn't expect to just figure it out all of a sudden, but just put the work in and continue to just try to reach my full potential.
I was listening to the game on the radio, I think it was last week, and Dan Dickerson was talking about you have a kind of an interesting relationship with Aaron Judge. I believe you have the same hitting coach. Talk to us about that and what Judge has meant to you, and also your individual hitting coach.
Yeah, so one of my buddies, Jacob Robson, actually referred me to him, and so I went and hit with him. He basically just told me my swing wasn't as great as it could be and told me about this guy. And so it took me a while to believe him and go hit with him. But once I did, I figured out this launch quickness, the ability to adjust to every pitch. And it took a while to click, a couple months in the minors last year in 2022. And once it clicked, and I think that what this guy teaches is correct. And he changed my career. He changed Judge's career. And so it's cool having that relationship and also being an example for Richard, my hitting coach, because he's such a great person. He's such a great coach. So I'm glad that he can use me as an example now.
I know as an athlete, you're always trying to fight some of the urges or the voices in your head when things aren't going right or not as quickly as you'd like them. You just mentioned that new hitting coach, but at what point, or was there a point in your path in college through the minor leagues where you started to have that moment of self-doubt of, I don't know if this baseball thing's going to work out? How did you fight through it? How did you handle that moment?
Man, there were definitely times where I like to plan for the future, and baseball is such a sport and such a career path that you can't plan for the future. You don't know how it's going to go. You don't know if you're going to move up, move down, get released, go to the big leagues. You don't really know. So there were always times where I was like, man, I don't know how long I'm going to have this, where this is going to end up. I don't know if it was self-doubt, but there were definitely thoughts in my head about it. And then it's just the fact that I just trust that wherever I am, is exactly where God wants me to be. And so I just want to be present in this moment. And that's kind of what gets me in the right heart position, right mindset every single day.
Where do you think God wants you to be next year, a designated hitter or in the outfield?
My choice would be the outfield.
Okay.
Him willing.
Well, there will be a DH opening probably because obviously you're talking about Miggy. What's that been like, and are you excited for the last you guys go on the road for a while, but the last homestand coming up in a few weeks to watch Miggy go out?
That's really exciting, and I hope Detroit packs out the stadium for him, and I know they will. And so it's just been great to watch all year, and then it's going to come to a good close. Hopefully we can get a bunch of wins. I know that's what he wants when we have our last homestand. So it's been awesome to watch, and I can't wait to see that weekend.
What have you learned, I don't know, maybe about yourself or about the game of baseball since playing for A.J. Hinch?
Man, he's great. like all his knowledge and all his experience from being on winning teams. I think that's what he's so good at, and he's not like, we never settle for anything other than winning every game. And so I think that's a great thing that he's teaching us, like in our culture, in our clubhouse, in our locker room, to that, like, that's our goal here. And he does a great job of that.
Going into next season, not to put this season to bed yet, but what do you have to work on the most to even be better next year?
I think just being consistent at the plate, especially. But also my outfield has gotten better thanks to our coaching staff and George Lombard. And but just my consistency at the plate, like sometimes I'll lose the swing or lose an approach for a day or two, and if I can just limit those at bats where I feel like I left them on the table, and just really take every at bat and trust what I'm doing, I think that can be a stepping stone for the future for me.
In a regard, obviously, no team is the same from year to year, but with the way that Austin Meadows has come up and come on,
Parker
Meadows. You're looking at Spencer Torkelson, Riley Green, yourself. I mean, there's a good young core. How excited are you to develop and your prospects of, hey, this could be a team in the coming years that could actually win some ball games and be competitive?
It's super exciting. Parker's been incredible, and I think he's learning at the plate right now. But man, that guy's going to be a Gold Glove center fielder, I think, if he stays healthy. And so, just having him patrolling probably the biggest center field in baseball every day is huge for our staff, huge for our team in general. And so, it's awesome to be able to build around a couple guys, and thank God that I'm part of that right now. And it's cool because I think we're heading in the right direction, and you can see hope.
All right, we mentioned you played your college baseball at Virginia Tech. What the hell's happened to the Hokie football team? I mean, it used to be, a team that was really, really good. Enter Sandman, the whole deal at night there is really cool. What's going on?
I don't know. I'm more of a Florida Gator football fan, so I haven't even paid attention to Virginia Tech this year. But, man, I don't know if they can recruit there for some reason. So it doesn't seem like they can.
So if Florida plays Virginia Tech, you would root for
against your alma mater?
Oh yeah. I'm a diehard Florida fan. It's in my blood.
Wow. No, that's a discussion. We've talked about that because our guy Doug Karsh, who does the show after this and is the voice of Michigan football, he went to Michigan State, and he was always a Michigan fan. And as a student at Michigan State, he still rooted for Michigan.
Man, I don't know if I could do that. That's a little tough. That's a bitter rivalry, but it's similar.
So all right, so let's switch gears then. Florida, when are they going to be back?
Yeah.
Oh,
man, they got a tough one in the Swamp this weekend, but just them being in the Swamp gives them a chance. So hopefully this weekend is the turning point.
All right, Kerry, appreciate it. Good luck this afternoon against the Reds, and have a good road trip. You guys do Dodgers, Angels, and A's before you're coming back to end Miggy's career here at Comerica Park. We really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you guys.